Myria. Myria is actually quite a cool gaming project. There's a lot about this I actually like. And I did think months back that there was potential for this to do quite well. I'm more hesitant on that now because I do think the token unlocks are bloody massive. So we'll take a look at the token unlock schedule along with kind of what the platform is and what would have to happen for this to have like good gains in this bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now, in the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. They were cryptos that I expected were going to make me a lot of cash. As you can see, these are the prices when I recorded and released the videos. These are the highs that these coins hit in about 15 or 16 months. And these are what your profits would have been if you'd have put $100 into the coins when I released the videos and sold them. So 100 into each in under a year and a half would have netted you a profit of over 123 grand. Now, guys, in under a year and a half, that's nearly a house in some places, or, you know, a very nice house depending on where you live. You don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolios out. You don't even have a couple of months. We're in a bull cycle right now. This market is getting ready to rip. If you're holding cryptos you're not confident in, it's probably because they're going to make you no money at all. If that's you, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a look at the website. Everything on the website is public record, whether it's what my members have earned, their testimonials, or the successes we've had. You can verify it all. Copymycrypto.com is where I share with my members the coins that I own. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm looking to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at. So my members can copy along exactly, make the same profit as me without any work at all. And like I say, if you read through the site, you like what you see, try the service out before these markets start ripping. Because once they do, it's going to be too late. You're going to miss out on a ton of profit. Now, Myria. So first of all, right, the circulating supply is 23.7 billion, right? Every single month at the moment, there is an enormous token unlock, which is effectively 750 million tokens. And bear in mind, team get a decent chunk of that. Now, ecosystem fund get the majority, but the teams still do get some, and that's how the team are paying themselves. So it is worth noting that, look, they may not want to dump, but they may well dump because they've got to pay themselves. And 193 million dumped every month, you know, potentially $500,000 worth dumped. And when you've got volume that's only in 1.4 million a day, that's a significant amount that can cause a drop in price. And when we actually look at the Myria chart, it's kind of suffered since, like, it did pretty damn well, like from the bear cycle to bull. Like, it did a good sort of 15x or so from points, or 10x at least, sorry. But it has suffered since it hit its kind of recent peak in March. Now, again, what is it? So it's like a gaming platform, effectively. It is so they're a layer 2 scaling solution. They're built to scale NFTs and blockchain gaming. The scaling solution is built with Starkware, which offers instant trade confirmations, zero gas fees when minting and trading NFTs. So that is a really good sign for the end user. They also use zero-knowledge roll-up techs to bundle large numbers of transactions, so they can, in theory, facilitate up to 9,000 transactions per second. They're saying section, don't know why. So they're developing a Myria Layer 2, a non-custodial ETH Layer 2 scaling solution, as well as a full suite of auxiliary blockchain tooling to allow for, obviously, deployment of projects. Now, by building an ETH-anchored Layer 2, rather than a loosely coupled one or even an entirely independent sidechain, they're able to comfortably meet the performance requirements of the most demanding use cases in the market. In theory, but again, when it's a new crypto, most of it is theoretical. You know, we can look at very interesting Layer 2s that can scale in theory to tens of thousands of transactions per second, but at the moment, don't really have the usage, don't really have the requirements to do that in this market yet. But maybe we're going to get there, and if they can do that and facilitate that, things look very good for Myria in that regard. As I said, so one thing, I know a lot of a lot of crypto websites do this, but like whenever you go onto the website, immediately it tries to make you open a wallet. That does annoy me, I won't lie. So there's their sort of software development toolkit. So you can build directly on Myria. They do have some games as well. You know, they've got Cricket 360, they've got Nitro League, Meta Rush. They've got a few games knocking about. This isn't like a small thing. They've got quite a ton. They've also got their nodes. See, this is what I mean. Very irritating. So you can run a node on Myria, and you know, you get paid per like every day. But obviously the node price right now is $6,400. So it's a big ask to put that down. So that was distributed. That's distributed per day. So that's another thing, right? There's a huge supply. Plus, you've got the 750 mil that's constantly out. Obviously, a chunk of that is ecosystem based, but yeah, they're like the supply for me is potentially an issue, especially the token withdrawals. Like I say, in terms of games, I think they've got some cool stuff. Billiards, Clash. That's pretty much what I played when I was a kid. At school instead of during IT. Boss Fighters, Nitro League. They've got some cool stuff. And there was a lot of interest. I mean, we're seeing a bit of interest in terms of like earlier in the year. You know, it wasn't doing bad volume. You know, it was at 1 cent. It's doing about 10 million a day. Now, at 1 cent, it had roughly a market cap of a couple $100 million at the time. But yeah, it was doing okay volume. It was legitimately doing okay volume. Not amazing, but not bad at all. That has since dwindled. Again, I would still argue the volume isn't awful, given that it's a 62 mil market cap. But there is an issue here in terms of how high can the price go, right? So a couple of things that need to be thought about, right? At the moment, gaming is not a particularly big talking point, or not a huge talking point right now in crypto. Now, we may well have another surge of gaming. If we do, Myria will obviously be a beneficiary of that. But gaming isn't a narrative right now, or not a big one. You know, most of it is deep in, most of it is AI. You know, there's a lot of tier one, like layer 1, layer 2 stuff as well. If gaming becomes a narrative again, that does very, very well for all crypto games, of course, and we'll start seeing surges in volume. Then the coins that are not listed on the big exchanges like your Binance's and your Coinbase have potential to get listed. Obviously, a Binance listing for Myria would be huge. It would probably shoot it to 1 cent really fast. 1 cent, I suppose that's not plural. 1 cent very, very fast. If that happens, you know, it's not that far from its previous all-time high. I think its previous all-time high was about 1.8 cents. So, you know, it doesn't have to do much to then be in price discovery mode. And then it can really move. So for success here, really, I think the biggest thing that Myria have to do is start onboarding users. Right now, they're not doing bad. They've got 32,000 users, which, again, a coin with a market cap of $63 million. Not bad, right? Not bad in terms of holders. They need to onboard more users. That is kind of their biggest job right now. If they can market effectively, and that is really what they have to do, market and advertise effectively to get people playing the games, and they have to figure out a way to market effectively to developers, to get developers to use their SDK to build on them. If those things happen, it's got that real chance of growth. Don't forget, Axie Infinity's significant growth in the bull cycle, and price, came from users coming there. There was a point where they were getting 10,000 users a month and their price was like $1 or so. And they just kept building and building and building, getting new users and new users, new users. By the time they had a couple 100,000 users, their price was had skyrocketed, like $100. So user base is vital here. If they market to and get good users that play the games, great. Second thing they've got to do is get more games on there, get games that people are excited about. So that's getting the developers on board. If they can do that, there could be volume surges. You've then got the potential for things like Binance to list, or even a Coinbase to list. And then you've got potential for the price to do something. The price is at like 2.6 cents, right? 26 100ths of a cent right now. All-time high is 1.8 cents. I do think it can break its previous all-time high. That's really, what's that, about 7x or so from where it is right now. So I do think it can do that. I think there is a world where this can rally to potentially 4 or 5 cents, maybe even double digits. But that can only happen with developer growth, user base growth, and a Binance listing. Without that, I cannot see a world where it hits like 10 cents or 20 cents or anything. But yeah, I think a reasonable target is maybe 4 or 5 cents. But again, I think the big job for these guys is really good marketing campaign. And also, to be honest, you've got to have the team not be selling, because that is going to cause price suppression. Every unlock, every 750 million token unlock, when basically $500,000 worth of coins can be dumped, that's going to cause price suppression. So that also needs to happen. Personally, I think it's one I would be like, it's a very high risk investment, like all cryptos are, but this is a very high risk one, especially because of that unlock. So just be aware of that. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. If you're a Myria user, which game do you play and why do you play it? Let me know in the comments. Guys, look, we are in a bull cycle right now. If you are not happy, or if you're not confident in the cryptos you own, you need to do something about it, because these markets are going to rip. And when they do, they rip fast, and you'll miss out on a ton of cash. If you're not confident, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a look through the site. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at, so my members can copy along exactly. They make the same profit as me, but they don't have to do any work. On the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can read their testimonials. You can watch all the videos. You can verify it all. And if, when you've done all of that, you like what you see, guys, try out the service, because again, if you're holding coins you're not confident in, it's because they're not going to make you any money. So get that fixed as soon as possible, guys. And that is it from me. I'll see you in the next vid or at copymycrypto.com. Bye-bye.